If you're interested in interesting things, if you like to know stuff but have no idea what your Vedic birth chart, your Janma Kundali, your horoscope looks like, and for some goddamn reason you don't want to look at a map of the sky at the time of your birth, there's something very wrong with you. Some people say that Kaal Sarp Yog is just a myth or that it isn't dangerous. Those people are completely wrong. When you look at the death of Marathi actor Mahesh Pawar, who died in a horrific accident just one day after his 25th birthday, the truth of his birth chart cannot be ignored. If you don't believe in astrology, you should watch this video because this is the 56th episode of Kaal Sarp Yog and other courses, and I am Aditya Mehta. In a birth chart, if all the other seven planets fall on any one side of the Rahu Ketu axis, Kaal Sarp Yog is formed in the horoscope. Kaal Sarp Yog is an extremely malefic combination, which is why it is also called Kaal Sarp Dosh, and there are mainly 12 types of Kaal Sarp Yog. Let's look at Mahesh Pawar's birth chart. Mahesh was born on the 24th of May in 2001 at 12:16 p.m. in Satara, Maharashtra. Rahu, the north node, is in the 11th house, and Ketu, the south node, is in the 5th house, and all the other planets are on one side of the axis. This is the 11th type of Kaal Sarp Yog, Vishdhar Kaal Sarp Yog, also known as Vishakt Kaal Sarp Dosh. I have seen many cases in which people with Vishakt Kaal Sarp Yog, Vishdhar Kaal Sarp Dosh have lost their limbs or even their lives in accidents. Furthermore, his horoscope has Pitra Dosh, which is a debt of the ancestors. Pitra Dosh causes delays, losses, obstacles, setbacks, and accidents just like Kaal Sarp Yog. When Kaal Sarp Yog and Pitra Dosh join forces in a horoscope, the possibility of a fatal accident increases manifold. This combination brings persistent obstacles and failures in one's career. Despite being an aspiring actor, Mahesh struggled to find significant opportunities. He only managed a single project, and even in that, he had such a minor, insignificant role that he couldn't establish any identity. These planetary defects built a wall between his efforts and his destiny that was impossible to break. On the night he was returning from celebrating his 25th birthday, the vehicle lost control on the treacherous Ambenali Ghat in Raigad. Obviously, there was alcohol involved. These were 8 something boys out celebrating someone's 25th birthday. The car plunged 1,000 feet into the gorge and shattered. All 8 people died, and if I had the birth details of the other 7, I would look up their birth charts to see what in their damned horoscopes brought them all together that night to die at the same time in the same place. Mahesh was born in Satara and died there too. And here's something extremely fascinating. I calculated his time of death. It's 4:38 a.m. Look at his death chart. What do we see at the time of his death? We see that a Kaal Sarp Yog has formed at the time of his death, and it is not just any Kaal Sarp Yog, it is Vishdhar Kaal Sarp Yog, also known as Vishakt Kaal Sarp Dosh, the same Kaal Sarp Yog he had at the time of his birth, which is the Kaal Sarp Yog he had throughout his life. His birth chart shows the position of the planets in the sky at the time of his birth. And in his death horoscope, we can see the position of the planets in the sky at the time of his death. And at both the times, we see Vishdhar Kaal Sarp Yog, Vishakt Kaal Sarp Dosh. In my 5 years of studying this is the first time I've seen a case like this, where the person with Kaal Sarp Yog also dies when Kaal Sarp Yog is formed. Wow. If his parents had known that Mahesh had Kaal Sarp Yog and had gotten this defect pacified in time, Mahesh might have been alive today and he might have been doing very well for himself. Let's see if you guys are paying attention. I have three questions for you. Who was the great bassist who had Vishakt Kaal Sarp Yog and Pitra Dosh, who was part of the biggest heavy metal band in the world, whose death occurred in a bus accident in Sweden? Who was the blues guitar legend who had Kaal Sarp Yog and Pitra Dosh and who died in a helicopter crash? Who was the American model who had Kaal Sarp Yog and was eaten alive by a crocodile the day before her 25th birthday? Write your answers in the comments. I have Kaal Sarp Yog in my birth chart, and I have analyzed thousands of horoscopes, and I know exactly how this curse can destroy people. If you feel like your life has been one long struggle, if you face constant obstacles, if your hard earned success is stolen by others, or if you're suffering from baseless defamation, you need to know exactly what in your birth chart has been poisoning your life. In any case, even if you're the most happy go lucky person born with a silver spoon, you should at the very least know what your Vedic birth chart looks like. If you're interested in interesting things, if you like to know stuff but have no idea what your Vedic birth chart, your Janma Kundali, your horoscope looks like, and for some goddamn reason you don't want to look at a map of the sky at the time of your birth, there's something very wrong with you. And you don't need to believe in Vedic astrology because I have made 55 episodes in Hindi as well as English. So you can observe the patterns and tell me how all of this can be a coincidence and at what point it all stops being a coincidence. You've been watching the 56th episode of Kaal Sarp Yog and Other Curses. My name is Aditya Mehta and I'll see you tomorrow.